Hello, Instagram! Welcome to Friday Night Live with warikoo in a new setting. I have finally figured, and I don't know why it took me so long to figure this out, but I finally figured how to use Instagram on my iPad. And this is so much better. I get reception in all the corners of the house. The clarity is really nice. I have this really nice white screen. So it's all set, and I am so happy to be amongst all of you. I hope all of you had a good week. I had a fantastic week. It was busy. It was like Monday, blink, Friday. So it was just tug, 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 tug. So much happened. And for those who have been following my stories, I clearly had a lot of fun this week as well with the singing. Maybe you don't know what I'm talking about, which is fine. So this 1 hour every Friday night at 10 p.m., I basically go live and we have a bunch of questions come my way. I bring callers online and have a one-on-one chat. Anything under the sun, whatever it is, usual topics are entrepreneurship, motivation, inspiration, careers, flavor of the season, whichever way it is. So if you want to join me live on the Instagram today, then request to be part of the live conversation. Yeah, whatever that comes in your feed, and that's the way we do it. Okay, so let's get the first caller online. Oops, July. Hi. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, took some time. Okay, Jay Pokarna. You call yourself a photographer, and I love photographers. Jay, you're coming live with me in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. And I hope you're decent. Hello, God. Hello, people. Hello. Wow, lots of people. Hey, Jay. I think it's getting connected.
Hello, Ankur. Am I audible?
Yes, you are, Jay. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. What about you?
बहुत बढ़िया यार, एकदम must. Where are you from?
I am from Bangalore.
Wonderful. And are
Yeah.
you? What do you do in Bangalore?
I work at Samsung over here.
Oh, you work at Samsung
Yeah,
as a developer or what?
yeah, software developer.
ठीक है, that's fine. That doesn't make you boring. No, no, not as yet. But are you a photographer as well? तुम photography
Yeah,
hobby के
yeah,
लिए करते
I
हो or
do.
what?
हाँ, click click करता हूँ.
Very nice. Do you do it from your fancy phone or do you have a DSLR?
No, I do it from a DSLR.
Very cool. That's like तुम साले मोबाइल फोन
And
वाले अपने आप को फोटोग्राफर बुलाते हो. हाँ.
I don't use auto mode. That is more important.
Yes, that is the for those and no, of course we're bonding on this Jay and I, because I also like to click and I have a DSLR as well. And the first thing that you need to know about being a photographer is you never click on auto mode. अगर तुम ऑटो मोड में क्लिक करोगे, you're not a photographer. खत्म. Point over. Awesome. Wonderful. And are you originally from Bangalore or
So I'm from a place called Jalna. It's near Aurangabad in Maharashtra.
okay, all right. So फिर are you working from home right now?
Yeah, no, but I am in Bangalore only. I
अच्छा.
haven't gone home.
Oh, so you
Yeah,
didn't go home. Okay, all right.
yeah,
So okay,
yeah.
all
So
right.
what I wanted to ask is like how like you share your schedule and stuff pretty openly, right? I think so. You had recently shared your quarantine schedule and even normal schedule you have shared. So what I want to know is like how do you make sure that once you have made a schedule, you stick to it? I mean, that I think so is something that I face an issue, and even many over here might be facing that issue.
Got it.
So that is
So
what I want to know.
no, that's a good question, Jay, and I will answer that. So here's the trick, and this is the beauty of a schedule. I don't make a schedule and then stick to it. I start doing whatever I have to do, and through that, my schedule emerges.
Okay.
And let me elaborate how it works. So basically, what I'm trying to focus on when I'm thinking of my day, when I'm thinking of my time, is
Hmm.
What do I spend time on that gives me the maximum energy to do whatever I have to do in a day?
Hmm.
So it's very clear that if I see Netflix for 4 hours in a day, I will not be left with a lot of energy. If I
Hmm.
watch or browse through social media for 16 hours a day, I will not be left with a lot of energy. If I
Hmm.
eat for 4 hours a day, I will not be left with a lot of energy. If I wake up
Hmm.
really late, I will not be left with a lot of energy. If I sleep really late, I will not be left with a lot of energy. So the schedule is not something that you decide and you stick to it, because that is the wrong way, in my opinion, of target planning. आप कभी भी अपने आप को target देख के you can't say, okay, I have to hit this target. The best way to create a target is to actually find out what your target should be and then go about hitting it, as against deciding what your target is even before you know anything and then saying, okay, I'll hit it or not hit it. So
Hmm.
that works for me as a schedule. I will play a lot of trial and error. I will figure out what it is to wake up really early, then maybe slightly late, what it is to do, reading the first thing in the morning or meditating the first thing in the morning. What is it to have dinner at 6:30? What is it to have dinner at
Hmm.
7:30? And through that, I emerge with a schedule instead of
Hmm.
trying to come up with a schedule and then sticking to it.
So
Does that
what
make
you're
sense?
saying is basically, yeah. So what you're saying is basically, you try out a lot of stuff and then stick to what works best for you, something like that.
Perfect. That's very simple. You said it in 5 words what I took 2 minutes to say. Absolutely.
Okay. Chalo, thanks
Yeah.
a lot. Thanks for sharing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Jay's like, chalo, theek hai, ho gaya, bahut badhiya raha. Very nice. Good to speak to you. But thank you so much, Jay. That was a good question. And
Thank
all
you.
the
Thank
best.
you.
Take
Thank
care.
you. Thank you.
Jay's like, happy, very nice. हाँ हाँ बहुत बढ़िया है आपने काफी अच्छा बोला. And it says, yeah, and the time management conference versus. I'm glad, Yamini. I'm glad that it's working out for you. In fact, for those, and this is just a selfish insert. For those who are watching this, I took a conference last month on time management. It was very well received. There were about 983 people that were live as part of that online webinar. And there was just so much demand on, can I see a recording of it? Can I see a recording of it? I want to know more about how to manage my time, so on. So I've created a recording and you can all go and purchase that. It's available on ankurwarikoo.com/conferences. My website /conferences, ankurwarikoo.com/conferences. If you go there, you'll be able to buy all of my conferences or courses that are available, and that will be a good start. All right, let's click. Yeah, a lot of good books, and I see a lot of people keep asking for that as well. All right, let's get Asta Sachdeva. Asta, I don't know. Did we speak last Friday as well? I'm not sure. Okay, we'll give you the benefit of doubt, Asta. If you've spoken last weekend, then don't feel bad if I pull you out earlier than usual. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, Asta, you're going live with me. Oh, is the truth really out there? Yes, Kunal Jara. The truth is out there. Hi,
Hi.
Asta. Of course, we
Oh,
spoke last. We spoke last
yes,
Friday
we
as well.
did. Yes,
Yes,
we
we did.
did.
Yes, we did. But that's fine.
What is happening?
This is this is you ranking alphabetically, and it's working its magic. But
Yeah.
I'm glad. Fancier headphones since last week, so you've clearly upgraded.
My earphones are actually broken, so I'm managing
Ah,
this. Yeah.
which makes sense. Great. But you know what? I want to give chances to others as well. So it was
No,
good to see
oh,
you
wait a
again.
second, wait a second. My brother is actually has also joined your live session.
That is a good thing. So why
So,
don't you give it to your brother? Because
yeah.
clearly the sister's making it happen for the brother. Hi, brother.
Hello, Ankur.
How are you, man?
I'm perfect. What about you?
Very well, yeah. What's your name?
Actually, I was just sitting here and I was sending the request, and my sister talked to you last week, and I was just thinking, is she making a chance, or let me make my chance recently?
Yeah, what's your name?
My name is Dipank.
Dipank. Nice to meet you, Dipank. And what do you do,
Same here,
Dipank?
same here. What?
What do you do?
I'm a CA student.
अभी अभी इंटर में हो फाइनल क्लियर हो गया है क्या है
I have cleared my inter and I'm in my finals next year. They're due.
All the best, man. The hardest exam to crack. I've seen people give away their lives to get into the CA qualifications, but I
Yeah,
hope
it's
you make it on the
something.
first attempt itself.
For me also, it's been a very bumpy ride till
Yeah,
enter.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you'll get there, man. You'll get there. Put your best on it. Clearly, if there's anything, if you can get Astha to give your exams, you may just have a much better shot to making it because
No, when I'm
she's
studying,
making
she
shit
doesn't
work for
come near
you.
to me. She's so afraid of books and everything.
Wonderful. And are you interning right now somewhere?
Yeah, I'm interning in a mediocre firm in Connaught Place.
Okay, all right. And it's work from home, I assume, right now.
Yeah, I mean here and there it isn't. I mean people are just handling their businesses. They aren't have much for the CS to do.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's the way it is. All right. Do you have a question for me, Dipang?
Yeah, I have a question for you. I mean, I'm sort of a thinker. I'm constantly thinking 24 hours, and
तुम्हारे posture से ऐसे ही लग रहा है. हाँ, but go on.
see. I mean, I'm constantly thinking about one thing that uh, there's so many people on this planet, and there must be something happening around that this nature is being controlled by something. There must be some kind of energy around, and I mean, I'm constantly thinking that what's the reason behind our existence, or maybe the humans, maybe the animals, maybe those insects, maybe everything that is happening around us. And one more thing, I mean, sometimes I go so much deep into this that my nerves, start bursting, and I just want to, go somewhere else. I want to think something else. I want to get myself distracted from this, And there are a lot of people coming up with different ideas, different opinions, and I'm not able to, I'm not able to make a consortium of all that thing and come up with something conclusive. So, I mean, the doubt here is that is there any, rules or regulations or a certain way to lead life, that nature regards, or, you know, and there's something contrary to this also. If nature has some sort of rules and regulations, then we humans don't get much, creative to do with our thinking or to modify it or to do. Some people like do, people may do it by meditation, or maybe they are into, um, any sort of modifications that related to mental health or spirituality, or maybe anything like that. If there were any kind of rules there, so we wouldn't have we wouldn't have left with some sort of a scope with all that thinking. So I have this kind of doubt.
No, it's such a terrific question that I will choose not to answer it. I don't want to be frivolous on this. It's a terrific question. It is so deep. It is so thoughtful. It probes on why do we exist? Why the fuck are we on this earth? What is our purpose? What are we meant to do? What are we meant to achieve? Are there any rules? Are there any regulations? If there are already rules, then why are we spending any energy in thinking about them? Why are we spending any energy in trying to come up with our own rules as it is their rules?
Yeah.
Here is at least what I will tell you. I used to think about these things a lot, and I still do at the back of my head, but I don't let it affect me because at some point of time I just realized there is actually no purpose to all of our lives. There isn't any. That is just my belief. I don't think we're serving any purpose. I don't think we're serving any intention. I don't think we're serving any motive. So the only thing that I can do is in my consciousness right now, when I know that I'm living, despite having any purpose, I might as well give myself the most emotional vibe in a positive manner that I can. That's the only thing that I optimize for. Which is, अगर वैसी घंटा कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता of what you do in your life and what do you end up achieving and whether you were born and why were you born and so on and so forth. So you might as well just do whatever is it that gives you the most positive emotional vibe. And people then self-select. मेरे लिए it could be having this IG, someone else could be कि मैं जिंदगी भर सिर्फ Netflix ही देखता रहूंगा, someone else could be कि मैं पिज्जा खा खा के मोटा हो जाऊंगा, मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, क्या करना है पतले होके, like what the fuck do I have to do? अगर हार्ट अटैक से ही मरना है तो मर जाएंगे, अगर इसी से करना है हो जाएगा. So it just varies, it goes all across the spectrum, and at some point of time honestly I just was like it's not worth it. The only thing that I'm going to go for is it's purposeless. It doesn't serve any intention, any motive, any objective. So the only thing is self-divine. The only thing you are optimizing for is your personal goal out of this journey. And that's a personal choice everyone makes.
So you are saying that everyone has come with their own handlebars. I mean, there isn't
Yeah.
anything personally you can control. Or
I really don't think so. I really don't think so. This is all make believe.
so how did you come out of this, or maybe being busy, or like that, something like that?
No, I just do things that I love doing. That's as simple as that. I just devote myself towards doing things that I do. And I'm always thinking, what percentage of my time am I spending on doing things because others want me to do it? And that has to be the minimal.
But you didn't come with anything conclusive when you were thinking about all this.
No, of course not. I don't want any conclusion. Absolutely not. I don't think that there is
Sometimes
any.
I think that we humans, we don't have much power to, to think about all this stuff because uh,
Yes, you're right.
we have a lot to do other things also. If especially we are into a domestic life, then
Yeah, absolutely. There'll always be that case. There'll always be that case. But yeah, that's what it is. Anyway, I got to go, Dipang, to the next caller. Thank you so much. All the best.
thanks a lot. Thanks.
Say hi to Asta from our side, and
Can I
you
take
have
a
a
screenshot,
good.
please? Can I take a screenshot?
Yes, please. Let's do that. Let's do that. With the purpose of life. I don't know if that worked or not. But all right, see you. I don't know if that worked or not. Dipang got all heavy, man. And they were I was reading the comment is like have some weed, bro, like get some but no, let's be at least let's just be respectful of what Dipang said. All right. Nikita Goyal, are you ready to go live with me? I know who you are, and it'll be fun to talk to you. Nikita, we'll go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now. This will be fun. Take easy questions now. It's not my job to. Hi, Nikita.
Hi, how are you?
Very well. How are you?
I'm good. I can't believe that I'm live with you. I just can't believe this.
I'm just so happy to speak to you after
Oh
all the
God.
exchanges that we have had. And I have to tell you, I'm really happy for you. I am super proud of your persistence. I love the fact that you didn't give up. And it is just so commendable that you've got yourself what you deserved all the way along.
Oh God, I can't believe, I mean, I just felt from the starting that if I'm going to send you request, you will accept it. Then, heartbeat ho raha tha automatically, how will I talk to you?
I can totally imagine that. Are you, and sorry, before I do that, I have to seek your permission. Are you okay with me sharing your story with everyone?
Absolutely.
Okay,
No
great.
issues.
Because I would love to. So here's the deal with Nikita. Nikita writes into me on Instagram one day looking for a job because she's been looking for a job for a really long while and it wasn't working out. And I thought that her way of reaching out and asking or looking for a job wasn't the right way. So I gave her feedback and she was very gracious to accept it. And I actually created a video which I posted on several social media networks. It went viral in a big way. And then Nikita and I have been somewhat in touch to whatever extent I could help, I did. But to her credit, she wrote to me earlier this week saying that she's actually now found an opportunity and she's working in the HR field, which was a shift from what she was doing before. And this was a fresh start for her. So I'm really happy for you. And I am super, super happy to be finally speaking to you. And it gives me tremendous joy. Wonderful, man. What a story.
You know what? There are people who have got 5 good qualities, 5 bad qualities, but you are the one I cannot find any bad qualities. I mean, maybe you may be having, but
I have a
like your
lot.
sense of humor, you are so simple. I mean, seeing you, I feel that there can be great people who can be very simple, very like down to earth, simple, and I just love that. Your sense of humor, the way you were singing song was just so amazing. Like I can't tell you how amazing it was, and I just feel that I'm dreaming, right now. I can't believe this.
No, I
Okay,
wonderful. But go on, please. Ask
okay.
me if there's anything you have to.
Okay, so just one question. I'm not going to waste time like the other person did. There are many people who are waiting. I can understand their thing. No, I'm not going to eat much time. So one quick question. Suppose that I've started my internship. At the same time, I've enrolled for online courses. So earlier I was like motivated to, pursue that online courses, and I was investing like 3 to 4 hours of my time. But now I feel that somehow, that is like not, I'm still doing that, but then not at the pace I should be doing that. So that is where I feel that, how to bring that sense of motivation, or, that sense of responsibility that no, I have to do this.
Don't put any pressure on yourself to do that, Nikita. Here's my guidance. You've got yourself an internship. This is what you wanted. This is what you've been working towards. This is what you were actually fighting all this while. Please settle down. Take your time. It's a new company. It's a new role. It's a new function. It will demand your attention. It will demand your devotion. It will demand your commitment. Do that. For the first 90 days in any new job, be your 100%. Don't distract yourself. Don't split your attention. Don't do anything that will take you away and deviate you from what you should be doing. Once you get the first 90 days right, you will actually be in such a shape and form where you will know what works, what doesn't work, how much time, so on and so forth. Uske baad you can always come back. Don't have this sense of FOMO कि मुझे ये online courses करने हैं and that should make me better and so on. You're working right now. There is nothing better than someone learning while doing the job, because there's nothing better that teaches you how to do that job. So don't think that you are inadequate. Don't think that you are not accomplished as yet because you haven't done that online course. Please don't put any pressure on yourself in trying to force fit things when you should ideally be spending all your attention on just making this internship opportunity the best one that you've ever had. And that's it. Don't feel any guilt whatsoever in paying attention to what is the most important thing, but saying no to things that you thought are important, but maybe not right now.
Okay,
Yeah?
fine. Yeah, okay.
Okay, awesome. Lovely speaking to
Okay.
you. I'm glad we could
Thank
put
you
a
so much.
face to a name,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I wanted to
concentrate.
talk to you since long, and I was like, I'm going to prepare this speech before I will talk to you. But this time I was like, no, I'm not going to prepare anything. I'll just sit and I'll see if I can speak, So I just
Perfect.
felt that way.
I love
Okay,
that. I
fine.
love the spontaneity. Great. Wonderful. All the best. Stay in touch, Nikita. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye. That was fun. I love these success stories. I love these underdog stories. I love it when people who are fighting so hard, the world thinks that they won't make it, no one's betting on them, and then they fucking come and like slam dunk. Like Jo Jeeta Wahi Sikandar is like my favorite movie of all time. It's like you motherfuckers, I will show you that you can do that. Like I have it in me to make it happen. I'm not gonna have anyone come my way. Success is my only motherfucking option. Failure is not. Oh my God, I love that song as well. And I don't know the last time I used the word motherfucker. And okay, let's get the next caller online. uh, okay. Let's see. Okay, Nishant Gupta. Nishant Gupta, you are going live with me in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 seconds right now. How do I pick? I just ran, like literally scroll, tuck, stop, and then just do that. So that's how it worked. Okay, let's see. निशान गुप्ता, ऐसा लगता है कि आपका इंटरनेट कनेक्शन स्ट्रांग नहीं है. Yep, looks like it. Looks like it. Sorry, man. I'll have to cancel you. Cancel culture. Uh, da, 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 da. All right, let's look at the next one. Isha Agarwal. Isha Agarwal, you're going live with me in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, the opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Okay, that is Lovely Fan Orient PSPO. This is wonderful. Here's my prediction. My prediction is that there is a 5-year-old kid right now who's see, I told you, I told you. Hi baby, hi.
हाय
क्या नाम है आपका?
चिराग
चिराग. बहुत सुंदर नाम है आपका, चिराग. आपको पता है चिराग का मतलब क्या होता है?
नहीं
चिराग का मतलब होता है आप जैसा क्यूट बच्चा. सारे क्यूट बच्चे जो होते हैं दुनिया में उन सबका नाम चिराग होता है. आपको पता था ये?
नहीं
हाँ. आप कितने साल के हो, आपको ये पता है?
9
9.
हाँ
आप तो बहुत छोटे लग रहे हो. तो आप स्कूल भी जाते हो?
अभी नहीं
अच्छा, तो फिर आप 9 मंथ्स तो नहीं हो सकता क्योंकि आप उससे तो बड़े लग रहे हो. लेकिन अच्छा, ओके. और आपकी मम्मी का क्या नाम है?
निशा अग्रवाल
निशा अग्रवाल. और आपकी कोई बड़ी दीदी भी है?
नहीं
आपके कोई दूसरा भाई है?
आरुष भैया है
आरूफ भैया.
हाँ
वेरी नाइस. और ये किसका फोन है?
ये
हाँ,
ये मौसी का फोन है
ये मौसी का फोन है. मौसी का नाम क्या है?
ईशा अग्रवाल
ईशा अग्रवाल. पकड़ी गई मौसी. कहाँ है मौसी?
यहाँ
मौसी को एक बार फोन दोगे आप?
ठीक है
मौसी को कोई भी आइडिया है कि उनके साथ क्या हो रहा है अभी? Mossy has dropped out. This was a sequence of a lifetime. I wish I could get Arnab Goswami right now in the newsroom to go over this breaking news. Isha Agarwal was caught red-handed by the Mossy का क्या होता है? Whatever, Chirag, who is claiming to be 9 years old but doesn't look like 9 because he doesn't even go to school, and he was playing with her phone. Isha, completely unaware of what happened with her, is now an internet meme for the rest of her life. I love this shit. I just love this shit. Like, I love how anything can happen online. Literally anything. Okay. I can't believe it. It was so much fun. All right, Shivani, art enthusiast. Shivani, let's get you online or a Chirag equivalent in your life. Who knows? We will go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, live right now. Oh, Shivani declined because clearly she was like, नहीं, ये चिराग moment मेरे साथ भी होगा. All right. Let's find something. Well, there are some questions. Why don't I take a question? Oh, no. These are not questions. These are just like... Elaine Colasso. What a lovely question. If you're live, Elaine, then why can you please send a request so that I can get you there? I saw Annabelle as well. If Annabelle is there, can you send a request? We could get you there. Why don't you just request? For those who are wondering who am I speaking to, you will know if they agree. Okay. Let's have, oh, come on. You know, this Shivani? Oh, Shivani's gone. Okay, so clearly Shivani's not making it. And now we're going to go to Shubham. Shubham Jadhav, you are going live with me in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It'll be super fun, Shubham, if you have a Chirag in your life as well. Renegade 1997. So my guess is he was born in 1997, which makes him 23 years of age, awfully young. Which is the last book you read. I read the book Ride of a Lifetime. It's written by Bob Iger. He was the longest serving CEO of Walt Disney, the Disney company, and it's his book. It was a brilliant read. I quite liked it. Not one of my favorite books as such, but it was a good book. Renegade is like, it dropped out, so sorry about that. I'm struggling to make internet work, but that's fine. We will get there. All right, Sasha, you're going live, and I hope that you accept. Please, I have been stood up by Isha Agarwal because she sent Chirag instead. And that's like the worst date I've ever been on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sasha, you're going live with me. How many books do I read in a year? About 25, 30? Say about that. Hi, Sasha.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good.
Okay,
How are
very well. Where are you from?
I'm from Surat.
Okay, very nice. And how are things in Surat right now?
It doesn't seem like a lockdown out here.
People are like, hi, bye. Yay, we love you.
Like they were taking it pretty seriously, but after a point of time, they were like, "There's no pandemic now,"
And
and
everything
everyone
is
just
just
started.
normal.
Yeah.
Wow. What do you do, Sasha?
So I'm studying in Bombay right now.
Acha.
I'm doing my BMS from Jai Hind College in
Nice.
Bombay.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. And are your classes going on right now?
No.
Okay. So they're like, we don't believe in online, like we give up, or
Yeah, they have a few webinars every now and then.
few
So we
webinars.
like that
That's
helps.
lovely. And what year are you in?
So I'm in my second year right now. I'll be coming in
Okay.
my second year.
Oh, you've just entered in your second year?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, got it. So you have a long way to go. Awesome. Very nice. Very cool.
Thank you.
Do you have a question for me, Sasha?
Yes. So I'm not gonna waste any time. Okay, so since like there must be a lot of 19-year-olds and everyone's asking you the same thing that when you're 19 you have like 100 things in your head, okay? Like you want to intern with someone, but at the same time you want to start your own thing. Then you think maybe this is not right. Maybe I should just do some few online courses. And since we're all at home right now, so in the beginning I had this thing that I'm gonna be very productive. I'm gonna do a lot of courses, and I started with 1 or 2, and I did finish them, so I'm happy about that. But then later on, I started, whenever I go on LinkedIn, I see like 100 people every day posting about the courses that they're doing and they're completing. And that just makes me feel like, oh my God, by not doing courses, am I missing out on something too big? Because to be honest, I'm a reader and I love reading. So at this point of time, whenever I'm in college, I don't usually get the time because of a lot of things that keep on happening. Like I do like interning and I do like the fast life. But when I'm over here, I just want to sit and read and read and read and read. So do you think how do you decide what you need to spend your time on? Like how do you decide which is the right way? Like should you start something of your own? Should you just do courses? Should you intern? Like what do you do at this point of time? Like, okay, the question's too mixed up, but I hope.
No, I get it, and I totally appreciate the question. I love where it's coming from. It's coming from a very honest point of view. So I love that. Here are 3 things that I'll tell you, which you will not believe are true, but are true. number one. You're 19, which is incredibly young, while you may believe and wake up every day telling yourself, oh my God, I'm old. I don't know what I'm going to do in life. I don't know where I'm headed. Everyone else is so sorted. I'm the only one who doesn't know. I'm just so lost and I am a disaster. Nothing's ever going to work out for me. But I cannot begin to tell you how young you are, and you're just getting started. I'm 39 and I feel I am getting started. And I'm sure you believe that everyone at 39 is already dead. Like, there's no point for everyone to be living beyond 39. Like, what's the point? You're just so old. What could you possibly do at that point of time? Give yourself the luxury of time. It's the most precious gift that you can give yourself. There is nothing that will get lost for you if you spend time reading something that you genuinely enjoy and love and would want to devote yourself to. No course is going to make up for that. No internship is going to make up for that. Nothing that gives you FOMO is going to make you any stronger than the fact that you did something that you genuinely wanted to do and you gave yourself that liberty to absolutely mesmerize and be consumed by it. That's number one. Number two, if you can, in the journey of living life, also find out what are the things that you can immerse yourself in a way that you lose track of time, then it only means two things. Either you are doing the best thing that you can possibly be doing at your time, or you're wasting your time absolutely ridiculously. That's the only thing that means when you lose track of time. We almost always know when we're wasting time, which means the journey then is about, can you find things that you do where you lose track of time and it's not amounting to wasting time, because then you are doing the thing that you're good at, that you will do with minimal effort and comes naturally to you. If you look around right now, Sasha, most people are doing things that they're being forced to do. They're not doing things out of will. They're doing things because they're just compelled to do it financially, socially, emotionally, mentally, whatever the case is. So the best thing that you can do for yourself is to actually find out what are things that you can do which don't feel like you are being pushed to or forced to do that. Isn't that a joy? Isn't that everyone would want? But we rarely go about searching for it because we're constantly searching for things that validate us, put us in front of a crowd and make us look good and so on and so forth. And the third thing, to get to this point, the one thing that I personally feel destroys the rhythm are the people that we hang out with and the content that we consume. If the people that we hang out with don't think the same way that we're thinking, if the content that we consume is driving us in an opposite direction, it's only going to harm us. So we're not the result of the 5 people that we hang out most with. The new definition of that is we're the result of the 5 things that we spend time on during our day. It could be people, it could be social media, it could be content, it could be anything. That culmination of the 5 things that we spend time on most, if you look at your phone and just look at your time screen and see which are the 5 apps that you're spending most time on, that is who you're going to become. And those choices are active choices to make. People that you spend your time with, apps that you spend your time on, content that you consume, what kind of it, how does it make you feel? You go to an influencer's page and that influencer makes you feel that you're ugly, that you're short, that you're not pretty, that you're not fit, that you're not happy, that you're not rich enough. That is not content that will motivate you. That is not content that will make you get up and feel great about yourself. It's only going to make you feel like you're the most miserable person on earth and you don't have this life that others do. And that's why you should be just wasting away trying to hopelessly search for that life to come by. But if there's something that you browse which makes you feel uplifted, that makes you feel like, oh my God, this is something that I can do. I can become this person. I can become this good. I can become this. This is something in my reach. This is something that I can, with hard work, get to. That's the content that you should be driving. Those are the people that you should be spending time with. Those are the relationships that you should form. But those will only come in early because you now, unlike 39, I don't get to choose my relationships anymore because I don't have avenues of making them anymore as much. But you at 19 have the world in front of you. Whether it's Jai Hind, whether it's Bombay, whether it's Surat, whether it's anywhere else. You can literally walk in and make friends with anyone you wish to. The question is, who will you spend your time with? What kind of content will you read? What kind of ideas will you endorse? And I think if you go around that journey, you will find that every 19-year-old has the best opportunity ever to transform their life without any pressure of time. But
Thank
it's
you.
only if they recognize that.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're
That was so
welcome,
good.
Sasha.
Thank
All the
you.
best. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Elaine Colasso, if you could stop commenting and... All right, great. Elaine, you're going live with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once she comes on, I will introduce it. Da da da. It's connecting, but then of course, no, it's not working. Your loss, Elaine. Completely your loss. How to come on live? Request to come on live. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Okay, sorry, connecting, not connecting. I'll have to drop you off. All right. Shubham, we'll try once more. And if it works, it works. Great. We're at 10:40. Hi from Italy. Hi. Elaine, we'll try one more. Just request, but Shubham, sorry, I don't think it's working. Do you believe in work-life balance? No, Ayushi, I don't. I have a very different take on work-life balance, and I've spoken about this. But yeah. Sorry, Shubham, not working. Sorry, man. Didn't. Let me just get... okay, Ira.rk. Let's bring you live, Ira, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Let's see if that works. That's okay. That's okay, Shubham. Don't worry about it. Shit happens, but I'm glad we got an opportunity to at least try.
Ankur.
Hi, Ira.
Can you see me?
Yes. Can you hear us?
Awesome. Yes, but it's a little bit like there's a little bit of lag, so I hope that goes away.
No, it looks okay to me, but
Awesome.
all right, great. Where are you from, Ira?
Oh, it's as if we're meeting for the first time. Okay. I am from Nagpur and I have completed my BTech just last week and I got my grade card today, so I passed. Finally.
Awesome! Congratulations!
Yes.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
That is
And
good news. That is finally good news. So for those, I was pretending that I don't know her. So Ira was a participant in one of the webinars, and correct me if that's how it worked. And then she was like, "Why don't I just send him an email?" And she
yeah.
did, and it was a very moving email. It was a very impactful email. And it was a great example of how to write a cold email to someone that you've never written to before. I loved it.
Oh my
and I
God.
responded. And she was like, hey, I just want to work with you and figure out anything that we could do. And we figured out something. We tried working on something. It didn't work out, but that was my fault, not anyone else's. But then she got busy with her college. And we now are just in touch. And I'm sure we'll find a way of
Yeah.
working together at some point of time, sooner than later.
Hopefully.
But that's how life happens. All you have to do is just
Yeah.
ask, because if you don't ask, then the answer is always no.
Yeah, that's something that I was so nervous before I emailed you. Like super nervous. I'd never done anything like that before. And then after that, when I got the response, I know that even though we didn't end up working on anything immediately, but it still gave me so much confidence to go out and do it again with somebody else. So I just want to say thank you. It made such a big impact in my life. I'm sure I'm going to carry it for a long time.
I'm so glad that this happened. I'm absolutely glad that this happened.
Yeah.
But do you have a question for me, Ira?
Yes, I do have a question for you. And it might not be framed very well, so I'm just gonna, maybe it might turn into a ramble, so disclaimer. But I saw like you made a failure resume early on, like it was a really old article that I saw, and like I just want to talk about that a little bit because I didn't attend the webinar that you took on failure. So, like sometimes there are two ways that failure comes in for us, right? Like how we deal with it. One is if it's externally, like you fail at something and maybe you don't feel for it that much, but because of the external pressure, something, and it doesn't happen. And the other way is you make a mistake or you fail at something and then you feel bad about it and you carry guilt with it. So how do you kind of deal with both of them separately? Because like I think the way to deal with them is like obviously going to be different, and it's also really difficult to talk about, especially like because I'm young, so I know I'm going to make a lot of mistakes in my life. I've already started doing that, and it's hard to move past that sometimes, right? Like especially because I don't know anything, and then like you make a mistake at work and you're like, okay, now they're going to fire me, or they don't think that I'm like a worthy employee or something like that. So
Sure.
yeah, that's my question basically.
And let me make this into two questions so that we broad bases.
Okay.
One is, how do you approach failure when failure or a mistake happens at that point of time, and how do you go about learning from failure? Because that's the more
Right.
important reason of why the failure should be in the first place. So the first thing is, and this is just a blanket rule that I would absolutely suggest to everyone, if there is anything that you do which is a mistake and it wasn't done on purpose, which I'm assuming is always the case when you make a mistake, the only right thing to do is to admit it right away. And do not ever try and second guess. Do not ever try and hide it. Do not ever try and rectify it in the hope that someone will not notice. The right thing to do is always admit a mistake. But when you do that, you are risking yourself to the opposite side reacting whichever way they wish to react. They can choose their reaction. You don't get to choose that for them. You can't be like, oh, I admitted my mistake, so how would you be making me feel bad about it? That's their choice, not yours. The right thing to do from your end is to admit and own up to that mistake, but how they react to it is completely their choice, and you will leave them with that. That's the big deal. That's what most people don't get comfortable with. That's what really fears and scares people in owning up a mistake. But I would personally always do that. I would never, ever attempt to hide a mistake, because what I care about is my reputation over a long period of time. And I don't want anyone to be ever in a position to say, this guy is possibly making a mistake and we wouldn't ever come to even know about it. The more important thing is, once a mistake has happened, how do you go about learning from it? Because a lot of people say, hey, an important part of success is failure. But that's not true, because almost everyone has failed in this world, but not everyone has succeeded. So clearly, failure is not what gets us to success. It's something else in addition to failure. And in my view, that is reflection. When you fail and you reflect upon it is when you learn. There are endless instances where we will just fail, make a mistake, and move on. We will not look back. We will not even ask the question, what have we learned from it? We will not even ask the question, how did we even get to this spot? We will never ask the question, how can I avoid it in the future? We will never ask the question, what is it that I know today that I didn't know back then when I committed the mistake that will ensure that this mistake doesn't happen again? So anytime that you commit something which is wrong as a mistake and you don't reflect on it, you're not going to make it into a success story. You're not going to make it into a learning. And that's just unfortunate, but that's the way most people work.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah?
That's a lot for me to think about.
Awesome. Great.
Yeah.
All the best, Ira.
Thank
Take
you
care.
so
We'll
much.
stay in
And
touch.
looking forward to your newsletter.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. All right. We are almost, what time is it? 10:51. We're almost there. Let's try and see if, okay, Elaine, you there? We'll try one more time and see if that works. Now, let me also get my, charger in place. Sorry, because my charger needs charging. Oops. Yes. Nope, not working. Not working. Oh, cool. Come on. Oh, yeah, it's there. Wonderful. Sorry. Like gadgets. I love how all of this is just making me look so cool and so tech friendly. All right, way back. No. All right, we're back. One last caller, and we will end the day. Tuk 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 tuk. All right, Shivani, since we tried you the last time, let's try it once more. Shivani, you're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 second right now. Waiting for Shivani, connecting to Shivani. Doesn't work then. Too bad. No, not connecting. Not connecting. Sorry. Sorry. We'll have to cancel. Okay. Let's now try and get someone else. Oh. Okay. Dr. Abhilasha Sharma, if you're available, I'd love to speak to you. Assuming that you are a real doctor and not a PhD. Well, doctor declined even before I could get her to maybe consider joining. She's like, no, not worth it. I don't want to do that. Not cool. Shilpa Sood. Shilpa Sood, do you want to have a chat? Let's do that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shilpa, you're coming live. No, second chance in fear of everyone. Hi, Shilpa.
Hi, Ankur.
How are you?
Good, good, good. Doing great.
Very well. Where are you from?
So I'm from Delhi. Based
Okay.
out of Delhi.
Great.
Yes.
And what do you do, Shilpa?
So I handle product at an early stage venture from Gurgaon. It's Synaptic.
All right. Wonderful. What's it into?
So we help VCs and investors to get into companies, like how to discover companies, like that. That's my job.
Fancy. That's like
Yeah.
the other end of it. So not just entrepreneurs trying to find VCs, but VCs trying to find entrepreneurs and companies.
Yeah, yeah.
Very cool. So have you been in product all through your professional career?
So I started out as a developer,
Okay.
and then product kind of fascinated me. So
Okay.
that was the area there.
Very nice. I love it. Do you have a question for me, Shilpa?
Yes, quick question. So I'm at this stage right now where I feel that I have an obligation to the education I've got and like imparted to people around me. Like you see that यार ये तो वही mistake कर रहा है जो मैंने की थी. Like that's wrong. Like you should not do it. And then there is my personal goal. कि I have a lot to learn yet. Ki I have this. So there is guilt both ways when I manage time. Like I can't give them that time, so I feel guilty. But at the same time, when I'm not able to do my stuff, there's a like yeah, there's a halt there. So like how do I manage time between my personal goals? Like how it's not really about prioritization, you know, it's more like you see your relatives, they're trying something new. You see them doing the same mistakes. Like there are a lot of mistakes I've done. You get that point, right? So how do I not be rid of that guilt at the same time be able to manage my growth?
Got it.
Matlab,
No, and
yeah.
that's a fair question. Let me start with an example that everyone hopefully on this call will get. So when we board a flight, and we used to before shit happened, um, there is a security message that goes out, and in that security message, there's a very important life lesson that's given, which is if there is a lack of oxygen in the cabin, oxygen masks will drop from above.
Right.
And to put that on, you just pull it and then you pull the string, and that's how it works. But before you apply the oxygen mask on someone else, make sure that you apply it on yourself. And that's a very, very important life lesson.
Yes.
Because essentially it tells us before you begin to help someone, correct someone, guide someone, mentor someone, you need to first be in a spot where you've done that for your own self in a way that you feel that you have done justice to it. So there is never going to be a right or a wrong time, Shilpa, for you to be helping others. It's the most pious, the most honest, the most fulfilling thing that you can do.
Right.
But in my opinion, it's also extremely stupid if you were to set out, ooh, lost on like that, come back. It'll be extremely stupid for you to, or not just you, all of us, to be trying and changing or bringing about change or helping or guiding someone else if you yourself haven't got to that point where you've done it for your own self. Because then you're essentially just trying to fulfill or make yourself feel good about yourself, while the truth is you still have a fair bit of distance to cover before you start feeling that you have accomplished something, gotten to that point. And when I say that, here is a caveat. The caveat is you don't have to be in your life everything that you want it to be before you start considering helping others. A good example of that is if you have someone in your family who is 5 or 10 years old, and they clearly are going to things that they can learn from you, and you are 30, so you've been through their life multiple over and you've learned your lessons in that context and done everything that you had to, you are in complete, absolute authority to help them, guide them, and help them see their way. But if you're 30 and you are also still figuring out what is it that you want to do and how you want to do it, and you are now attempting or seeing someone at 25 attempt something, the only thing that you can offer is your opinion. The only thing that you can offer is your feedback. But you can't offer what would be called guidance. You can't offer what would be called mentorship. You can't be offering something which is prescription. What you can is, hey, the last time I went through this, here is what happened to me, you might want to consider. As against saying, I've been through this, I know this shit, here's what you should do, you're welcome.
Wow.
That is the subtle difference, and that works.
Nice, nice. That's
Does that help?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome, great.
Thank
You so much,
Yeah.
Shilpa. All the best with everything. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, I have 1 minute and about 20 seconds left, so I will then say good night to everyone. This is Friday Night Live with warikoo. We do this every Friday at 10 p.m. and it'll mean the world to me if you just join. Ask me any question whatsoever. I'm sorry I can't accept everyone that comes in, and that's just my bad. But look, it's a draw of lots, and whosoever wins then wins. I don't know most of you personally, and that's a joy for me to discover. As we did Isha and Chirag's family. We got so much details that we didn't sign up for. But it was a fun interaction, wasn't it? And Nisha will look at that one day and laugh at how Chirag made her popular while she didn't even know what was happening. Until next weekend, I will see you all. God bless, stay safe, and bye.